fasten your championship belts because this podcast is unprofessional. Welcome to your weekly home for wrestling reviews, discussion, predictions, and more. This is Unprofessional Wrestling. Here are your hosts, Schwartz, George, and Travis.
Oh, that was weird. I forgot to hit the music button. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to yours, your mothers, your grandmothers, even your great-grandmothers, and maybe, just maybe, your great-great-grandmother's favorite professional wrestling podcast. This, as David Lee said in the intro, is Unprofessional Wrestling. It is me, it is the TRAVIS, and over there is the SCH to the A to the R to the T to the Z. I missed a W. It's fine. Over there, Schwartz. Hi, Schwartz. Hello.
What's up? You got the cool intro and I didn't.
I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with everything I was saying.
Yeah.
I'll write something down that's better, or you can give me something to say.
I'll be your content creator, sure.
Yeah, I love that. You can be my writer. We all need that. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and this is maybe the last regular episode we do before Mania. I don't know. I think as of right now, and we'll keep you posted if anything changes, but I think we're planning a live stream before Mania on Saturday, with the three of us in the same room, perhaps with another edition, maybe. That would be fun. We haven't done a Clueless Guest or a pay-per-view live stream, since Mania last year? Was it that long? Holy balls.
It has been that long.
Wow. All right. Well, that's what we're aiming for. But of course, we've got some things that we got to go over. We got some shit to talk about because there are a couple big things going on here. Not necessarily for the better. And as our thumbnail / title suggests, we need to talk about Pat McAfee right off the bat here. Of course, it was Randy's hometown SmackDown. He came out first, really milked his entrance out, really doing babyface shit when he's supposed to be the heel, which I feel like that kind of thing happens a lot now, and I'm not a fan. Like, he drug that shit out. His promo started very much like a babyface promo. That's the vibe it gave off, and that's not what's supposed to be happening. Why are you playing to your hometown crowd? It doesn't make sense. You should be trying to shit on them and getting them to boo you, and this is not what's happening. I mean, not the whole time.
But he's not like this clear. Has it really been a definitive heel at this point?
Yeah.
More of just a guy that's doing heelish things. No, when he talks about going back to 2009 and punting people's heads off, and I mean, he's going against the biggest baby face in the company. True.
I feel like it's definitive, at least. Basically, he starts inciting Cody Rhodes. Cody comes out, and of course, they start brawling, and then just out of fucking nowhere, Pat McAfee runs into the ring, kicks Cody in the dick. Pat and Randy continued to beat Cody down. And then Pat goes on this weird, like, anti-WWE, like, we're here to save wrestling type promo thing, which is just really weird considering, like, how many, like, he's been such a WWE dick sucker, which is fine. I'm not saying that's an issue, but it's weird to just be like that and then just fuck WWE. I just thought it was weird, man. I don't know.
It was almost like he was doing like his own little version of a pipe bomb or something, but to the WWE.
Yeah. So
he was doing stuff on like, what was it, like ticket sales or something like that? And
yeah.
Like, we needed to draw better people or something, and I was like, my God.
Yeah.
Is this the guy that we want to have talking about this at this point? Like, I really don't think he's the type of person that should be talking about this.
So does this make sense to you? Like, or do you like this? Like, what do you think about at least what happened on Friday?
I don't think Pat's the right guy to do this. I know that they want names, the big names and whatnot, to come to WrestleMania, but Pat's just not the guy to do this, at least with Randy. No.
There are a couple theories out there that it wasn't supposed to be Pat. It ended up being Pat, but I don't buy that because what was it, 2-3 months ago? Pat's like, nope, it passed me by, like I'm done. And clearly now we know that was just a fucking ploy. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have said that if this wasn't in the works already. I think it was always supposed to be Pat.
Well, yeah, there's definitely theories. There was some. I think I saw a theory today on
Austin?
who it should have been. Definitely not Austin this time. But yeah,
Austin theory?
I don't know. I think Mr. Shaved Head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really think that Pat was probably 1A, 1B type thing, but I don't really think he was just the definitive guy.
Obviously,
I don't think so.
I think The Rock made the most sense. Other ideas that were thrown out where Randy was talking to the voices. Although the voices are supposed to be in his head, why does he need a phone?
Well, he could. Isn't that kind of make him schizophrenic then? If he's actually talking on the phone?
Probably, and that makes him more dangerous. Fuck yeah, let's roll with that. Let's announce him as schizophrenic Randy Orton. Then people will be scared.
I heard one, or I saw one today that it should have been Kevin Owens. Because
I never considered that. That would have been so good.
It would have went full circle because when Kevin, before he got hurt and whatever, he kept telling him how much Cody is bad for business and whatnot, and I think that one would have worked the best. Plus, you can still keep Kevin relevant and get a huge pop. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that. So I don't know. That was probably the most logical one I could think of, other than the voices.
Were you on board with the idea of The Rock? I mean, clearly because of Cody, we know that would make sense. Like, okay, now we got like legend killer corporate Randy Orton. Maybe. I don't know.
Dude, I love the word corporate after it. Just the Ministry of Darkness, the corporate ministry.
The corporate killer.
Yeah. I honestly don't. I would have never backed the Rock situation. I just don't. It's so. I don't think they would follow through. Just seeing what.
Yeah,
happened.
we saw that. We saw that lack of follow through from the Rock. So,
would you rather have the Rock happen?
Have the Rock? I'd rather have the Rock.
Yeah.
Over McAfee, of course.
I suppose anything over McAfee at this point.
I think Rock was the most logical choice, just because of the history with Cody. And because we never really had closure to that whole situation, right? So I think that would have been good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone on Twitter was just rifling off all these things and just going. WWE is just actually starting to be known to not follow up on these great potential storylines. Like, I think Karrion Kross was just in an interview saying, like, remember the time when he brought out his timer, his sand timer, right in front of Roman Reigns, and they did nothing with it after that? I think that would have been a banger.
Yeah, I don't think like all this is going to be awful, but like it doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's say you're devil's advocate and you're justifying this to make it sound good.
Yeah.
Do that.
You want me to justify why it sounds good?
Yeah. Why Pat McAfee makes sense and why this is going to be great.
He's a huge name. They're looking for huge names.
Like you got to make it make sense with the story. Not just, we need a celebrity in here.
That's what they're going to do. Honestly, there is no way. I can't think of a reason why Pat would even be the best choice in this spot. Just because what did he say? He was like, I got off my couch or something like that, and I was watching WWE and just being like, this shit sucks. And then I wanted to get Randy involved, and he's the right guy. What? I don't know how this creative came up with this.
That's where I'm at on this. So I've tried to get myself to do the same thing where I'm like, let's make this make sense. Okay, let's say, okay, this is what we have to do. How do we sell this to people so that they can buy into it? I can't do it. I also can't. So
I want there to be just a little bit. I don't even know. Does Randy even have any ties with Pat?
No, not that I can think of. Not that I can think of.
Yeah, like there was no little run-ins or whatever kind of thing where, passing by each other in the hallways. Nothing. Not that I can think of.
Yeah, so I don't know, that's what's going on. There's a lot of outrage and some of the fallout. People are saying that there's been a couple off-script reactions from talent because of this, and I'm sure it's nothing personal against Pat. But now there is a discussion. Cody Rhodes came out in SmackDown by the end of the night, and basically people saw that as basically TKO inserting Pat into this when WWE didn't want Pat inserted into this. I don't know if it's because ticket sales have been down and TKO is trying to step in and improve it, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing or what the situation is. But based on Cody Rhodes' promo, which was quote-unquote off-script, which shit doesn't happen on TV off-script. That's not how it works. Not only that, but CM Punk's promo on Monday, which we'll get into because that was fucking awesome. But same scenario where he's talking about the ticket prices and Pat McAfee and just going off. And like you have people saying, oh, he went off script. Man, the pipe bomb may not have been a complete script, but he had approval to say every single fucking thing he had to say. So I don't want to hear like, oh, he went off script, like he wasn't supposed to say any of that and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
Yeah. I did see that they scrapped the Tiffany Stratton promo with Chelsea Green, and they put it on Twitter, I think it was. Because of the Cody Rhodes second, promo.
Interesting.
That's how off script it was.
Yeah, so that's where we're at on this whole situation. It doesn't make any sense. We can't make it make sense. Not sure what the fucking plan here even is. I'd like to think by the time we get to tomorrow, they'll have something more figured out to try to. Why would Randy listen to Pat fucking McAfee of all people, as if like he needs Pat McAfee to go out and punt people in the head? Like what the fuck? Like what?
You're right.
I just.
What does Pat have over Randy?
Yeah, that's the thing. If Randy is getting like convinced to do like some crazy shit, it's going to be somebody that is crazier than Randy or has something on Randy. It doesn't make any sense.
That would be the only way you could tie this in, where it'd be like, oh, Randy is Kitty behind me. Randy was caught cheating or something, you know what I mean? Or stealing some money, or I don't know. And then Pat knows something, and Pat's using it against him.
Yeah, so I just I'm not saying that I'm anything that I'm sure other people haven't already, but yeah. Anyway, I digress. We got obviously some other shit to get into, and we'll just see where it goes. I want it to be good. If Pat McAfee's going to be there, doesn't make sense right now. Okay, hopefully you can get there. You don't have very long to do it though. So I just think it's such a weird thing to happen literally when it's the second to last show before Mania, but Rhea Ripley defeated Michin in a match. There were some shenanigans going on there. Nothing really crazy that advanced this Jade Rhea story as far as I could tell. Rhea did a badass Razor's Edge. That looked cool. Solo Sikoa. Not Solo Sikoa. Tama Tonga against Uncle Howdy Uncle Howdy wins. Tama Tonga rips the lantern out of Solo's hands and gives it to Uncle Howdy. And this is just building more tension in the MFTs. And Tama Tonga seems to be kind of the leader of the tension, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So I just wish they were doing more things with the Wyatts. I feel like they're just being used right now to build heat in the MFTs. I
what
don't
else
know.
do you see with them other than feuding with the MFTs? I really don't know if they're going to stay together. I wouldn't be surprised if they break them up. Both family or the MFTs and the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, and it sucks because it's like with the whole story with the Wyatts, like I think there's a lot you can do, but they did so many cool, not so many, but like they did a couple really badass things those first handful of days, and it just
like
never
actually murdering people.
Yeah, and then nothing ever came from it. So
right.
Anyways, we had a whole deal between Sami Zayn and Trick Williams because obviously we are getting that match for the U.S. Championship after Sami just beat Carmelo for it. And who in the hell keeps calling me multiple times over?
Answer it. Just tell them you're live.
Yeah.
But so is this going to be so Carmelo Hayes just loses and there's nothing. So Carmelo Hayes is just done. He's out. He loses his chance because he lost again. What was the point of doing all that though? You know, to get him over his whole rematch and then just be done with him so they can move him to the side. I don't get that whole thing unless they were going to make it a triple threat, which would have been awesome.
Yeah, I agree. So, I mean, there's a whole thing going on. Carmelo Hayes shows up, says he's upset with how things went down. Him and Zayn went back and forth. There's a rematch that gets talked into. It was a whole thing. It feels like Sammy's on the path to a heel turn.
I would love it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to do it for me.
What do you mean? Doing a heel turn on Sammy?
Yeah, I don't know. Trick Williams doing a bunch of ginger jokes on Sammy is also just weird. Like, what? Like,
why? Because you empathize with him?
No, because we're not in fucking 6th grade.
Now the real thing is why the fuck are they bringing Lil Yachty in there? He ruined it all. He makes it less. Like there could have been a potential with this match to actually build some heat and build some momentum for it. But when you got Lil Yachty just being a hype man and saying things 35 times in the ring, same thing, just kind of makes me lose a little interest in the whole situation.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. I don't know. We got Matt Cardona versus Aleister Black, which great. I'm glad we're doing something with both of them because they both should have things done with them. Cardona's still selling the cast on his left arm from the attack from Randy, which was good. Aleister Black won, but hopefully they have more matches because I think that could be a cool story to get Cardona and Aleister more integrated and more important things. Bayley and Lyra versus Alexa and Charlotte. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss win. And I don't know. It's weird that Bayley and Lyra completely lost clean in this match. It made them look weak. It was just odd. Like, why didn't you have Lash and Nia come out and affect the outcome of the match rather than coming out after the match is over? I thought that was a dumb move.
For how much or how many different teams are involved in this, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah. It's just been
probably the one
jumbled
match
mess.
that I'm over.
Yeah. I mean,
because Nia and Lash come out in every single week and do that. I'm just like, I'm tired of it. I didn't mind the clean finish, but it's just, I don't know.
I don't think. Yeah, it's
just too much. Plus, I don't even know if did you hear that? The Bella Twins may not even.
Oh yeah, because Nikki's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Who would they get then? Who would they get to replace them?
Nobody.
They just do a triple threat,
or they get a. I don't know if there's any notable NXT women's tag teams, or you can grab somebody from TNA. I don't know.
Yeah, TNA would be a good one. I think that'd be the only thing. You get those tag team champions over there. Actually, no, they signed with AEW.
Who?
The Iconics.
Oh.
Or Inspiration.
Yeah, I believe so.
There
Anyways, on to the very best segment of the entire week. We had Damian Priest and R-Truth going over The Miz and I'm forgetting his name right now. Kit Wilson. Danhausen came out at one point, got on the apron, and he wanted The Miz to tag him in. Of course, the ref tried telling him that that's not a thing that can happen. The Miz screamed at him to go away and then tried to talk to the ref. And when The Miz was turned around, R-Truth tagged Danhausen in. Very R-Truth thing to do.
And Miz, it was a hot tag, too.
It was hilarious. It was a hot tag. Miz tried to hit Danhausen with the skull-crushing finale, but the lights went out, and Danhausen snuck away when the lights came on. Of course, he was scurrying towards the back. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, wait, I skipped a part. The Miz tried to hit Danhausen with the finisher. Danhausen slipped out, and then he went to curse The Miz, and then The Miz pulled the ref in front of him, so Danhausen accidentally cursed the ref. And then
you got Danhausen, did all that.
Yeah.
And then he slipped out.
And then as The Miz was pinning somebody, the ref, mind you, he's cursed. He goes up to make the 3 count. Goes 1, 2. Fucking, he can't go down. He fucking threw his shoulder out or something, and that allows Truth and Priest to get the win. So we're keeping the whole comedy thing with Danhausen going, but we're showing like, don't fuck with him, because if you get cursed, clearly some juju bad shit is going to happen to you.
Yeah. Do you think if someone does anything with the teeth, they can be uncursed or something, or that
I don't know.
Help, because he
to
brings
be
the
determined
teeth everywhere, but he leaves them he leaves it everywhere.
Well, but you know what he does with the teeth in matches, right? Like he'll put the teeth in his opponent's mouth and then kick them in the mouth. So this is the first time we've seen Danhausen in the ring since his debut. Now, it's not a match, but he didn't just come out on the stage, which he's only done once or twice. He's been in mostly backstage segments since he debuted.
If you do the VPN and you watch Netflix,
yeah,
or for Raw,
you see the commercial stuff they do with him. Yeah, yep. You can see when he comes out during a commercial.
Did you see what he did this week?
He had the T-shirt cannon. Came out with the Slammy, which was funny because I saw the video with him at WWE HQ like earlier that day, where he just saw it sitting somewhere. He's like, "Ooh, I want a Slammy."
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to earlier, Sami Zayn defeated Carmelo Hayes in a U.S. title match. Trick Williams and Yachty attacked Zayn afterwards. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, just SmackDown kind of felt like a weird sort of dud. I don't know, other than the Danhausen segment, I guess. Like, nothing else, like, really stands out to me whatsoever.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't there. It wasn't like a up and down type of thing. It was more of just like a flat. Oh, Danhausen, and then went back to flat
with a lot of down.
Yeah.
All right. CM Punk. CM Punk came out as soon as the show started. No, like hand on the knee, fingers through the sand, like just straight to the ring. Started getting to business. Started saying some happy shit about how Houston's a wrestling town, talking about Harley Race and what the old timers and blah blah blah. But most notably says Roman Reigns is not in Houston, but I'm here. If Roman Reigns hates me, then I'm right where I need to be because I won't trade my authenticity for approval. Keep chanting, maybe he'll show up. Maybe he won't. Punk making his points about Roman Reigns not being there while he is there. Oddly, Punk was somewhat sort of getting booed for. And he like looked over, he's like, you know I'm right. And it's like, yeah, you can't deny that. He says he hates Roman Reigns because he's safe, boring, plastic, but he's dangerous, and nobody knows what he's ever going to say, which is fair. He made the comparison of Roman Reigns recently being on like Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon or whoever the hell it was. And they're like, they send him there because he's the squeaky clean company guy. Anyways, he took shots at Roman, obviously, took shots at Rock, took shots at Vince, talked about how Roman Reigns was eating dog food for a weird old man, obviously referring to Vince. He referred to TKO saying he can't be controlled, and then he went off on Pat McAfee, speaking of the whole TKO thing, promising Pat McAfee a receipt for what he said. And then he went on a whole thing where he's like, why don't you call the agent that shoehorned you into this new deal you have and tell them to lower the ticket prices?
Mm-hmm.
It was just good, man. It was just really, really good. Yeah, I don't know. I guess did you have anything else on the Punk promo?
No, I didn't expect any of that either. Because you're expecting him to just kind of go off on Roman, right? Just
the feud needed this.
Yes,
it's really only ramped up in the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Do you get a response from Roman next week then? What are your thoughts?
I think it's pretty wild to not have Roman on the second to last Raw before Mania. It'd be even fucking wilder not to have him on the go home to Mania. That would be wild. So it just gives me less of a reason to give a fuck about Roman Reigns being in this match.
Yeah. That's true.
So I don't know. This match is going to be like, this is the headline match of Mania, right? Whereas last year, Roman, Seth, and Punk were like kind of the main event because they were the Saturday main event. They weren't the Sunday main event, right? So I'm glad Punk is getting like that actual main event match. But This is probably going to be one of the most anticipated matches because of the two that are in there. Even though some of the build-up's been kind of lacking, but they're getting there. So I'm excited. Hopefully, I hope Punk wins and turns heel. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know if he could. I don't know if he should turn when he's going against Roman. It would just be better if it was someone that was at the company all the time, known to be a babyface all the time.
And I'm not saying it has to turn heel on Roman. You could, but let's be honest, Roman's not going to be around for very long, probably. This match is going to get done, and then we're not going to see him for a few months, probably. So why would you want to make him champion either? Because
they did it before.
Fuck. Yeah, you're not wrong.
He did it before. So.
We had LA Knight versus Austin Theory. We had IShowSpeed coming out with the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Eventually what happened was Paul would push IShowSpeed into LA Knight, and LA Knight already hates IShowSpeed. And if you didn't know, LA Knight showed up on IShowSpeed's live stream, broke into his house, and beat him up. And
9 million viewers watching that.
Crazy, right? So, I mean, when you look at how many viewers that guy gets on his streams, which is wild, like, yeah, it makes sense. You kind of want him involved here. And I'm not against it. And it actually makes sense because you got to tie in with another internet personality being Logan Paul. So there's a connection between them. And IShowSpeed, like the way he sells like his facials and everything, like just in backstage segments and this whole like Danhausen, please uncurse me thing, like it's great.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of potential.
Yeah, but the whole distraction thing with LA Knight and IShowSpeed, then the Usos came out and all that, everything going on got Theory to get a roll-up pin on LA Knight, and Jimmy and Jay were about to pop IShowSpeed with a 1D, but Logan Paul made the save and pulled him out of the ring. Knight called out Adam Pearce and issued a challenge for a 6-man tag at WrestleMania with the Vision and IShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah, and unfortunately, LA Knight's in a meaningless tag match. And it's not what we wanted for him for Mania. But at least he's on it, and it's not a bad thing that he's on there with a celebrity that's going to bring in views, so whatever.
And the Usos, because you can technically consider them as, a top-tier tag wrestlers.
So the whole Judgment Day thing is getting good. I don't think this match has been announced. Wait, yes, it has. Just kidding.
Yeah, you want to know the little spoiler too?
It's not even a spoiler. It's basically all but fully announced. So Dominic attacked Finn Balor from behind when he was making his entrance to come out and wrestle JD McDonough. Balor started to fight back, got JD out of the ring, and then Dom came in and hit him with the AAA Mega Championship. And then we had a beatdown go on. Steel Chair got involved, and they were basically choking him with it. And later on, we had an announcement that Finn Balor is bringing something very dark back. So we're getting the Demon versus Dominic at Mania. I hope this isn't just like the regular ass demon paint we always get. I hope this is something like truly like cool and different. Still the Demon.
We won't get anything crazy.
My favorite ones are like when the teeth are like painted kind of like down his torso a little bit. That's not what we had like the last time, but that's my favorite.
It was like when he did stuff for Stand and Deliver and or no, not Stand and Deliver. What's their takeovers?
The takeovers.
Yeah, the London one was the coolest one.
The Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
That was badass.
So I hope he does something like that. But I mean, you can't do anything in Vegas for like a themed one. I don't know what you would do for a themed paint job, I guess. But it would be sweet. Get poker chips or something all over. I don't know. Hopefully they do. I kind of would like a little spoiler, even though you're not a spoiler guy, kind of thing.
No, but like you can't help it. Like most of the time, if you scroll on Facebook or something, you haven't watched a show yet, you're gonna see the spoilers. Like even if you're like following WWE or whoever or not, just because you get the shit suggested to you, it's just annoying. I miss the days where you didn't see any posts unless they were from like your friends or from pages you follow. But
you just gotta flip over to the following.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see. Well, Bayley and Lyra lost clean on SmackDown, and now we have. Why the fuck did they do that match on SmackDown, by the way?
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because you got Charlotte and Alexa who were on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Okay. Bayley and Lyra on Raw.
Yep.
Why did they wrestle each other? Like there's 4 teams involved in this match. I guess you don't have the Bellas there, but so maybe it was just a pivot, but
yeah, maybe it was just bringing them over. But the Bellas are on Raw too, right? Or are they on SmackDown?
I think Raw.
I think they're on Raw.
Think so.
And then Lash Legend and
Nia on SmackDown.
Yeah. But I think because the Bella twins are probably there because Nikki's hurt. And
yeah.
I don't know. This whole, again, I'm not interested in this. It's not even because it's the girls. It's just the fact that all they're doing is run-ins, and nobody can ever complete a match until on Monday or on Friday.
And I think this is actually a fairly decent match. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss came out, though. They got laid out by Bayley along with Nia Jax. Bayley ended up winning against Lash Legend, so even though they lost clean on SmackDown, at least Bayley's got this one. It was just weird, man. I don't know. Like you said, I'm over it. But Seth Rollins comes out. Now, Seth hasn't had a match since October 1st, mind you. So,
really?
Yeah.
How long?
Crown Jewel. Seth came out talking about Paul Heyman, the negative impact he had on the Vision, blah, 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 blah. Gunther attacked from behind pretty quickly. Seth got out of the chokehold right away. They brawled a little bit. They got pulled apart. Gunther walks out of the curtain, basically thanks Gunther and says, I owe you a really, really big favor. And then Gunther says something along the lines of, remember the last time you owed somebody a big favor or something, I don't know, something like that. But he said, you owe me more than a very big thank you or whatever the fuck he said. We still don't know really for sure why Gunther's involved. If the idea is Heyman is essentially paying Gunther or promising Gunther something for getting involved with Seth Rollins, I'm not for that. I don't like this whole, they're having a match at WrestleMania because there's no story. I don't like it, but
but I think they're just going off of these are 2 really good wrestlers and that's it.
I don't like that. Where's the story?
Well,
and Paul Heyman paying Gunther to attack Seth Rollins isn't a very good story. Like I have no investment in those 2 particularly wrestling.
True. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's got a little bit to it though. It has a lot more to it than the whole fucking Pat McAfee thing, inserting Pat McAfee into it. You got Gunther being basically going, hey, I'm seeing an opportunity to get in WrestleMania. I can protect Paul and get something out of it later. I will fight Seth Rollins for that. It's a lot more to it than Pat McAfee showing up.
Yeah, Okay, so speaking of Gunther, let's talk about this. Penta and Javon Evans and Dragon Lee defeated Los Americanos, which, first of all, I will say, I think this version, or Los Americanos with this version of El Grande, is kind of sort of getting overish, especially in AAA. But my other thing here is, where the fuck is the OG? Where's the OG? I didn't see him at all on Monday, unless I missed him. But I didn't see him anywhere. Do you think we get Chad Gable back and they just try to make us forget that he was El Grande? Anyways, that's not the whole point. The point here is you had Javon Evans, Penta, Dragon Lee win, right? This match.
Yeah.
The rumored match for Mania was Gunther versus Rey Mysterio. They nixed that match because Rey got hurt, only for him to come out after this match to say he's putting himself in a fucking ladder match at Mania?
Like,
what are we doing? Like, if there was a chance Rey could have been cleared for Mania, you could have done this whole build with Gunther for a Mania match still.
I think I have an answer to that, because I read a thing with Rey. So I don't know if it's TKO or Triple H, but he wanted the Gunther, retirement match for Rey. But Rey, because that was the whole thing, was going to be.
It's got to be Dom,
Rey
though.
retires.
It's got to be Dom.
It's gonna be now. So that's what happened, was that I think Rey got into it and was like, "Yo, I don't want to do this whole keeping Gunther's, tally going. I want to keep what he wants to do. Is he wants to have a match with Dom in AAA and retire there." He said that would be his dream. Would Dom beat him?
You got to have a hair versus mask match, and I think I've said that in the last couple of weeks. That's what you have to do. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because because I think Rey would be very traditional lucha, and you go out losing your mask normally.
Yeah. True.
Not that Rey hasn't gone without his mask before, WCW, but
right. Do they pass that on when they lose, or is it just more of like, I'll pass it on and if I want to kind of thing? Do you know?
I don't know. I guess I don't know what the whole deal is now. I mean, I've seen it in the last couple of years, I know, but like I said, I think Rey is going to be very traditional in that sense, where he would maybe lose his mask.
Yeah, I think I saw something in, like, it was either CMLL or it might have been AAA, that it was like a bunch of guys were retiring and they threw their masks in a chest and then they locked it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. So Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Michin and B-Fab. Why is this on Raw? Jade is the SmackDown champion. Rhea's on Raw. I don't understand. Why are we doing this? Like, Rhea should exclusively be on SmackDown leading up to WrestleMania. And if she's interacting with anybody tied to that title, those interactions should be happening on SmackDown at least. But whatever. The Heels controlled a lot of the match. Words are hard. I'll just read this how it's written out. The Heels controlled a large portion of the match, isolating Sky during the commercial break and working over her coming out of the break when Cargill pulled Ripley off the ring apron, preventing a tag, and Io Sky rolled B-Fab up and won anyway. So even though Jade basically took out Io's tag team partner, Io could still win anyway. So that makes B-Fab and Michin look fucking weak, because Io Sky basically took them out by herself when her partner was down.
Mind you, she just got absolutely obliterated last week and still was able to keep going.
Yeah, 100%.
And have this match and beat him.
100%. So I guess one of the only other big things, one of the other bigger things that happened on Raw was a backstage segment We obviously see Roxanne come out earlier and make her return with Liv Morgan. What was that? What segment was that? Did I skip over something?
No.
Or did Roxanne return the week before? No, it was the week before.
It was the week before.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. So Liv and Roxanne are backstage, and Liv is talking to her, and she's like, oh, the elephant in the room, like, Finn wasn't good for us, and blah, blah, blah. Like, sorry this happened while you were gone, like all that shit. And then Stephanie back here hits Liv Morgan from behind, clonks her right into fucking Roxanne's face, both in concussion protocol right away. Roxanne returned the week before, and it's instantly in concussion protocol without doing a match. Like, wow. Liv had a giant gooseneck on her noggin. That was just a hell of a deal.
It was so big. So big.
It was not. So hopefully Roxanne's doing okay. Also, interesting note, when Rhea Ripley and Io were backstage preparing for their match, Austin Theory was seen in the background talking to Maxine Dupree. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Yeah. That's just one of those things where you had to watch and look at the background, because they do little things like that, which is awesome.
Oh, they've been doing a lot, but I've never seen them actually follow through with any of that stuff.
Oh, they have. Absolutely.
Like, because there's a few times I saw Danhausen not even in the skit, and he's just running. It was like 2 weeks ago.
That's just Danhausen being Danhausen.
Running in his cape going all over.
I love that.
Pretty funny.
The closer of Monday Night Raw was Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, supposedly signing the contract. Triple H and Adam Pearce were both out for this, of course, because of the physical calamity that was likely to happen here. As Oba started to step through the ropes for this contract signing, Lesnar attacked right away. A brawl ensued. Both of them crashed through the table. Security trying to separate them. They both kept fighting, and that's how the show went off the air. They've done such a good job with Oba, and I wasn't sure about putting him with Lesnar right away, but god damn, is it working? It is working.
God, yeah. This is making Oba so big and so over.
Absolutely.
So much.
Yep. It's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to this. I feel like they're positioning Oba to win, but at the same time, I feel like because they've had him basically standing over Lesnar, Lesnar hasn't had the upper hand on him once yet. I feel like because of that, we're likely to see Lesnar win, which I think is what should happen, at least right now. I think they've already done a lot for Oba by having him fucking put his foot on Lesnar while he's down.
What does this do for Oba then? It completely crashes down and
I don't think so.
Stops the momentum.
I don't think so. I think they've already, like I said, his stock is vastly boosted by physically being able to literally manhandle Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar still hasn't had the upper hand on him yet.
The only way that they can successfully do this, I think, and still keep Oba is one of their dumb things is where it's like a roll up or some sort of quick, because then it's Brock gets the win. Oba still looks tough and big, and then they both can walk out of there as whatever, and then it's almost like a part two coming later. I don't know. I just don't see Brock winning clean on this. I see either Oba winning or Brock sneaks a win somehow. Like Paul Heyman does something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's a possibility here too. I don't know. I'm predicting a Brock win, but at the same time, I don't know. I just don't want Oba to be rushed into like being a mega star. You know what I mean? Like I think you need to like slow the roll on him a little bit. Like have him lose this, then maybe they extend a program with Brock and have Oba go over then. Because if he beats Brock Lesnar right away, the only thing you can do with him now is have him in the title picture for the rest of his career, and you can't do that.
Sure, but I mean, if I don't know. George said double count out. Maybe. Then it kind of prolongs it to the dumbass backlash that always happens where it's just recycled from WrestleMania.
This could absolutely be a match where they do the whole fucking ring explodes thing. Like, you know, like him and the Big Show. I'd be for that.
Absolutely.
So like you have a double DQ or whatever.
A double. No, they're all a count of 10 and they can't get up.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that could happen. But you know, who do you put Oba then in with after this though? Regardless, who is even close to that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He is already in that position right now. So it's like even if he loses to Brock, I don't know. Maybe if you bring him all the way down and you just get him squashed. Oh God, imagine if Oba gets squashed.
He's not going to get squashed. If he loses, which I think he should, then it needs to be a really hard fought battle. Like he damn near edged Lesnar out.
Then you can never have Oba Femi go against fucking like I don't know, Aleister Black, or you know what I mean?
I mean, I guess that depends. Like if you get Aleister Black in the title picture and then you have Oba who hasn't been there yet but also didn't beat Lesnar, I don't think that puts him very far off.
But if he's almost edging out Brock Lesnar, then George says Gunther. That'd be a good one, but that'd be a really good match. I don't know. I just don't see. This one's confusing because I think already they put Oba in a weird spot just because he's already with Brock.
Exactly. 100%. That's what I'm getting at. I think if you had Oba do some other things and some other stories, then you build up to Lesnar, like at SummerSlam or something. But that's, you know, assuming Brock isn't going to retire at SummerSlam.
Well, yeah. That's assuming, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But obviously, like, these two have been so good. And I'm pretty sure it's so... Okay, let's go over that really quick. We don't have a ton of time, but...
Did you see Oba do the Brock jump and then? Oh my God, that was so funny.
I didn't catch it.
Oh,
we have the Saturday and Sunday cards for Mania, right? So,
yeah.
Let's go over this here. So the other interesting thing here is that, where was it? I don't want to get this information wrong. You can catch like the first 2 hours or something on ESPN2 of Mania both nights.
And there's like 2 matches I think on there.
I'm pretty sure Oba and Brock is one of those matches. I bet that opens up whichever day they're on.
Yeah,
which is really cool, but also holy shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if these matches are in order. I hope not. That would be terrible. So like, okay, so night 1, we got Usos and LA Knight versus The Vision and ISHO Speed. The unsanctioned match between Drew and Jacob Fatu. Rollins versus Gunther. The 4-way women's tag match. The women's intercontinental match between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. The women's world championship, Stephanie McMahon and Liv Morgan. And the WWE Championship, Rhodes and Orton. Which I will say, by the way, I think the night 2 card blows night 1 out of the fucking water, and it's not even close. Night 2 is Oba versus Brock, Balor versus Dom, which is just a great story in itself. You have the IC ladder match. You have Sammy versus Trick, which I'm kind of meh. Jade versus Rhea, which I hope is a good match, because if that is a good match, it's going to be a banger. but that's obviously kind of reliant on Jade. And then you got Punk versus Roman. You have 7 matches on Saturday. You have 6 on Sunday. And that's assuming they don't add another, because there's a rumor swirling around of Io and Asuka because
No.
I get it, but like you can't not have Io on this card somewhere. After her last 2 Manias, it's crazy.
True, but that one seems so forced.
I know. Well, I think the story's there, but I think it needs to be built up more.
They need Kyrie in they need to put like Kyrie up in the cage above the ring, the shark cage.
Fuck it, just have her jump off the fucking building, dude. Just from the top of the Allegiant Stadium.
Do it.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So, like I said, I don't know that we're getting together again before we do our main live stream Saturday before the start of Mania. Obviously, we need to plan that out, figure out food, and all that jazz. And the 3 of us will be together, potentially with a 4th for a clueless guest. That would obviously be fun. And yeah, I don't know. You got anything else, Shorts?
No, this is I think we really need to. I'm gonna be bummed if we don't do a podcast or a live stream next week.
I don't see any reason we won't. I know I have this party thing going on that I have to go to, which I think is understandable, but I don't think I won't let it get in the way. We'll make it happen.
Good. Tell all the fans. Tell them right now you're gonna do it.
Hey everybody. Check us out. Hit subscribe. Also like, but most importantly, subscribe, because you are not going to want to miss our Saturday WrestleMania pre-show live stream, where it's going to be me and George and even Shorts in the same room, and he will not be live via satellite, pal. And we might have an extra special guest. We don't know who that is, and you won't know who it is. But that's what's going to make it fun, because we like getting somebody involved to do predictions with us that has no fucking idea what's going on. We show them the pre-match packages, and we get their prediction either based on what each wrestler looks like, or just their very 30-second overview of a feud or something. So anyways, yeah, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, Apple Podcast, Spotify, all that jazz. Thanks for tuning along. Thanks for watching your mothers, your grandmothers, your great-grandmothers, and even your great-great-grandmother's favorite pro wrestling podcast. This is Unprofessional Wrestling. George is in the chat doing it, so me and Shorts will give you ye-ol salute, and we will see you not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, WrestleMania weekend, baby! For the pre-show live stream, we will see you right here on YouTube on Unprofessional Wrestling, brother.
Hell yeah.